Alrighty, YouTube, I figured I would go ahead and take a couple minutes and make a follow-up to my aquaponics video. Obviously, as you can see, there's a couple more fish. But 4 dozen, a couple died. I think I'm down to 42 now, something like that, but they got pretty big pretty quick. Also got some hyacinth in there and some lilies that I found back in the swamps, just for decoration. Okay, so here's the new bed area of the aquaponic garden. Obviously, got a new pump, regular old pond pump down there. Put it into my 3/4. Just ran a simple straight line all the way down. Hose bib, extra hose bib for overflow. Pointed up, so whatever excess just goes back to the fish tank. Same old design, same old thing. I have now updated this one. Actually looks like this. A little plumber's putty in a hole. Some holes. Whereas this guy looks a little more professional. I was just screwing around. That's why those pipes are down there. Those were 2 other bell siphons that I made, screwing around, different designs. Just decided not to use them, so I zip tied them together, put them in with the fish, and they seem to like it. Anyway, lettuce, obviously I've been trimming it like crazy. I've been trimming it more than I can actually eat. Actually, here's a freaking thing full of lettuce that I didn't even get to eat when I had to trim it last time, because literally the lettuce was all the way to here. It was starting to overtake the strawberries, so I had to cut all that stuff back, and this is a day after it was trimmed back, so it already needs trimmed again. One interesting thing I thought, this right here looks like a whole new lettuce plant popping up beside the roots of the other one. Kind of neat. But anyway, you can see right here, this is the remnants. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can a little bit. This is the remnants of one of the problems I was having. I only seem to have one problem so far. First, I didn't cycle it, which you're not supposed to do. But anyway, I don't like to do things by the rules anyway. So I didn't cycle it, so it wasn't properly running in the first video. I think it actually is running very good now. Everything seems fine, but like I said, this was one of my problems. You can see the white there right on the edges, and right there I was getting some iron problems, mainly because I don't feed the fish anything with iron, so there's no, all the naturally occurring iron has been already used up, I guess. So what was happening was every time I'd get new plant growth, like this little guy down there, as soon as the leaves would open, it would immediately turn like ghost white, whereas the old leaves would still be a nice green color. Actually, it looks like right here, like they're probably getting a little too much nitrogen, because it looks like the leaves are actually trying to grow more than they actually are growing, which is one of those signs of too much nitrogen. But so just to fix that, I put in, so we can get here, got little peppers, got one of tomatoes, no clue which ones those are. All the seeds got all messed up. Here's another pepper, another tomato. We'll find out what that is. Another little tiny messed up tomato. Can barely even see that sucker, but it's there. Nice big broadleaf peppers on that one. And then way back there I've got a couple watermelon cantaloupe, and I just threw seeds right in, and it's been a few days, I don't see them popping up, so I don't know if that's gonna work, but figure what the heck, had seeds, want to try. That mess over there, I'm still in the process of trying to figure out if I want to make a swirl filter or not. I think I am gonna do it whether I use it or not, and but I didn't know how I was gonna go ahead and do everything, if I was just gonna plumb the pipe straight into the bed and let it release at the bottom of the bed, or what I was gonna do, just let it do that. I just made a little indentation, put a little, just some kind of like super fine mesh that I had laying around, threw that stuff in there. And I was cleaning it, but I guess I shouldn't clean it, because that's the whole point, is to get the some solids at least into the bed. As you can see, got some red wigglers. I bought 25 grams. I asked them how many, and they said they sell them by the gram. So I got 25 grams of those suckers, which are distributed within each one of these beds. I only found one dead, put a couple in my actual earth garden, and found one dead there as well. So I don't know, but anyway, I'm talking way too long, and this was supposed to be like a 1-minute video. The iron problem, I ended up fixing that by getting some chelated iron. I don't know if you've ever heard of that stuff. I never did, but apparently it is the chelated part of the iron is what makes it water soluble. So it's not like regular iron where it can be technically use a magnet and you can get it out that way, I guess. I heard some people saying. But the chelated, I believe, it becomes part of the water, if it was explained to me correctly. And it makes it a lot easier for the plants to pull up into the roots, regardless of the pH. Because when your pH fluctuates a lot, then you have a hard time getting nutrients to the roots of your plants. So, but that's a nice little overview of my garden. Working great. I've been loving this so much that actually I'll go ahead and show you what's on the menu for the next aquaponic garden. So what do you do whenever you like aquaponics so much that you want to keep on doing it and have a garden as big as your normal garden? Get a bigger fish tank. I guess if you sat through this long and were listening to my boring voice, might as well show you what's in my dirt garden. I got some strawberries there, radishes, a baby tomato right there. I think that's my brandy wine. Carrots, whole 1 square foot of carrots, 1 square foot of radishes, remaining lettuce that was left over from the lettuce that I bought. That actually is the remaining strawberry from all the ones that are in the aquaponic garden. A couple nice tomatoes. All tomatoes are from seed, radishes are from seed, carrots are all from seed that I did. This was my ever-bearing strawberry from last year. This one, actually I bought that. That's sequoia. Or I'm sorry, that's not sequoia. This is a quinault. This is the sequoia. And these guys were actually from my strawberry patch, which they are huge compared to that. Over there, whole pepper bed, every square foot has at least 1, sometimes 2 peppers. Like that has 2. Arugula, got some nasturtium, just put seed in. Cantaloupe, a couple cantaloupe there. All the way over here. Can't believe this tomato. I actually broke that right off while I was planting it and just stuck it in the soil next to it. It just doubled in size already. A couple peppers, random stuff. Got right here some basil and onion bed. This whole corner bed is all onions. Another pepper, tomato pepper, cucumber or cantaloupe, and got some watermelon planted next to it. Over here, the arugula, bok choy, and spinach did not come up. I had little random results like that little guy, and oh, there's another one right there. But they have literally been that size for about a month now, so I'm not thinking they're coming up. And then over here, okay, zucchini, squash, scallions, some more nasturtium just went in today. Like I said, seed. These are all, it's actually my brother-in-law's runners. Or not runners, whatever they call them. Yeah, those there, them there things. Whatever they call that whenever, man, I can't remember the name. I love that name, it's funny. A nice little pepper there. Nice little tomato plant there. Plots waiting to be planted. And one more pepper right there. So, I don't know. Figured you might want to see what else I got growing. And this is the strawberry patch that has the crappy soil, just regular old dirt. Only been fertilized with fish emulsion, kind of crappy soil otherwise. I just dug up a couple, actually they're really small, little crappy looking. All of these are way better than the ones I took. The ones I took out of there, they actually looked really, really horrible. One of them actually looked like this one right here, where there's no, like one tiny little leaf like this leaf. I mean, it didn't have a strawberry on it or anything. One of them was this big, and then another one was actually about this big. It was actually pretty big. But, yeah. Oh, strawberries.